Oh my god, what a mess The Rise of Skywalker is shaping up to be if any of these plot leaks are true. Hey, this is Neon for Clownfish TV. We're going to talk about The Rise of Skywalker, and it just like, I really feel like media outlets are reaching to find something newsworthy regarding this movie, because here we are less than 3 months away, and nobody seems to have any idea what the hell is actually going to happen in this movie. Now, some would argue that's because Lucasfilm has been very, very good at keeping secrets. Other people have argued it's Lucasfilm has like 12 different cuts of this damn movie in pieces, and they don't know what the final product is going to be like. I mean, we have seen nothing other than, you know, a couple of quick clips, and we've seen, you know, the last trailer, which was a non-trailer for The Rise of Skywalker. It was basically just a montage of all the previous Star Wars movies. I mean, this is going to be just, I think this is going to be a shit show, the likes of which we've never seen, you know, in regards to Star Wars, including the fan backlash. I think The Last Jedi is going to make it look like a cakewalk, because you're basically going to wrap up the Skywalker saga. You're not going to make everybody happy. There's absolutely no way. And it's just buckle up, buckle up. This is going to be one hell of a ride. So before we get into the video, we're going to talk about some of these dumb theories, time travel and de-aging Luke and Leia Marvel style. We're going to talk about all of that in this video. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. We hit 61,000 subs. Holy crap. 61,000 subs this week. We're hoping for 100,000 by the end of the year. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. We want to hit 100,000. That would be amazing. And we're going to talk about this. I think we're going to have a lot of videos in the coming months regarding The Rise of Skywalker. So we got a couple of leaks, and we've talked about these before. Now, there's a lot of non-news about The Rise of Skywalker. Before we get into this, I want to talk about why there's so much non-news. Because there really isn't much interest in The Rise of Skywalker. The last trailer was put out couple of weeks ago. I mean, we're going on 3 weeks now. It's only had 19 million views on the official Star Wars channel. It's had 46,000 downvotes. You know, it's had 400,000 upvotes, but 46,000 downvotes, that's pretty substantial for a major Star Wars movie. And it's only had 19 million views. Again, that's not great for a Star Wars movie, because if you compare it to Joker, the final Joker trailer, which just came out a couple of days later, we're talking 37 million views. You know, we're talking almost twice as many views on Joker, which a lot of people didn't see this one being that big of a deal. They're like, oh, it's going to be kind of an art house film, Joker film. People are more excited about Joker than they are about Star Wars. 818,000 upvotes to 23,000 downvotes. So right now, I feel like Disney Lucasfilm is kind of using the media to just kind of stoke enough interest in this movie to get people back on board with Star Wars, because we've seen it. The Last Jedi, it opened big, but then it dropped. Solo was an outright bomb. Galaxy's Edge is not performing the way Disney expected it to. Star Wars is a damaged franchise. In fact, I wrote about it a couple of months ago on our blog on Derez. I said Star Wars is a damaged franchise, and you know, I outlined the reasons why I believe that is the case, you know, with toys being on sale and Galaxy's Edge not performing. Disney seems to just be burying their head in the sand, right? I mean, they don't seem to understand how bad, how damaged Star Wars really is, but I think it's starting to sink in. I think they're using media outlets now to try to get some interest, any interest in this movie, even if it means leaking ridiculous plot details, even if it means leaking the toys, because we want people to, you know, connect with nostalgia. Like, look, everybody, it looks like a Kenner X-Wing box. Even though it's got Poe and Rey, it looks like Kenner. Don't you want this? Don't you want to buy this new X-Wing? You know, they're really trying to connect with nostalgia. Now, at the very end, after they've killed the past, after they let the past die, now they're trying to play the nostalgia card. Very funny. So, God, speaking of nostalgia, and we joked about this, Geeky and I joked about this, that they were going to de-age characters in a flashback scene between Luke and Leia. We're like, what are they going to do? Pull a Marvel and de-age the character since they killed everybody? And you know what? They might be doing it. They might actually be doing it, because now some other outlets are saying that they think that the Rise of Skywalker is going to open with a flashback to Luke and Leia right after Return of the Jedi, which is unheard of in a Star Wars movie. But how else can they undo the damage? How else can they get Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia together again in the same scene, especially after Carrie Fisher's untimely demise? So, yeah, they're talking about de-aging the characters. Are you freaking kidding me? This is right out of the Marvel playbook. Possible huge spoilers for the Rise of Skywalker ahead. If the following rumor turns out to be true, you might not want to know this. So last week, Making Star Wars claimed a new plot leak from the Rise of Skywalker outright revealed the very first scene of the movie. And shockingly, that scene is a freaking flashback. A freaking flashback. I feel the same way. In case you missed it, here's exactly what the leak claimed will happen in the movie. I believe it. I believe that they might do this because they're so desperate to get some of the original trilogy characters back together on screen. After the opening crawl, we pan from space. The camera moves toward a planet covered in trees. We see a blue lightsaber dueling a green lightsaber in the distance. Both of the lightsabers are held in the hand by two Jedi with white helmets with visors covering their faces, so we cannot immediately recognize if this is Rey with someone new. The two Jedi break from their duel and remove their helmets to reveal Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa, looking exactly the age they did in Return of the Jedi on Endor's moon. The movie begins with a flashback. Okay, so this sounds freaking awesome, right? No! No, it does not sound freaking awesome. It sounds freaking desperate, and no Star Wars movie has opened like this. It does not fit the mold. You don't do that. You don't do a freaking flashback scene in the last movie of the saga. Here are some reasons why it seems really unlikely, but also why there's hope it could happen. Star Wars movies are already flashbacks, so this would be really weird. Yeah, it is. It's freaking weird. They did it with Rogue One, but they could get away with it because it was not a Skywalker saga movie. Starting a movie with digitally de-aged Skywalker twins would be risky AF. Yes, it would. It's bad. It's bad. It's a bad move. It's a bad move. It was okay for Tarkin. It was kind of cool. I thought CG Leia looked really freaking weird in Rogue One, but okay. Yeah, this is just horrible. This is horrible. They said this hypothetical scene would solve certain plot problems. One small detail in the leak that's worth noting is the blue lightsaber is clashing with the green one. Perhaps the scene could neatly explain how Luke's first blue lightsaber made it back into play after being presumed lost on Cloud City. Yeah, again, this is one of those things they introduced. They never explained it. The Last Jedi already demonstrated that Leia has highly advanced Force powers. She can fly like Peter Pan or Mary Poppins through the air. She can avoid dying in deep space. Those are some pretty damn advanced Force powers. It's a really nice way to set up the idea of Leia training Rey. Oh, God. Don't do this. The scene could happen simply because Lucasfilm can do it and everyone would love it. No, they would not. They would not love it. It would be dumb. It would be a dumb way to start the movie. Speaking of dumb things in this movie that have never been done before in Star Wars, well, not in the movies, but they have some precedent in animation. They've joked before about time travel. And I think Red Letter Media joked that the only thing they could do to fix this movie at this point, because the sequel trilogy is so far gone, is to introduce time travel. And we know J.J. Abrams loves time travel. He loves to retcon things. And there's a loophole. There's a loophole that they could do it based on something that happened in Rebels. So here we go. Speculative spoilers. So Reddit suggested that Rey and Kylo Ren will instantly teleport around the galaxy in a Force Flash lightsaber fight in The Rise of Skywalker. That sounds stupid. So a Force Flash fight seems like nonsense. Why? Well, it's kind of unnecessary. Yeah, people said it feels like Harry Potter. It feels like a Harry Potter fight. They said it's unnecessary when the world between worlds already exists. To put it another way, Rey and Kylo Ren will have a time travel fight in Episode 9. Oh my god, don't do this. If you're unfamiliar with the world between worlds, don't feel bad. The concept is simple, but was introduced in the Star Wars canon pretty recently. In an episode of Rebels called The World Between Worlds, Ezra found himself in kind of a nether region between space and time. This allowed him to save Ahsoka Tano from death in her duel with Darth Vader a year prior to the events of the episode. To be clear, Ahsoka is alive by the end of Rebels because of legit time travel, and all of this is 100% canon. If they introduce this to the live action movies, people are going to be confused AF. They're going to be like, what the hell is going on? Kind of like the reaction in the theater. We went to go see Solo in the theater. There were like 4 other people in the theater with us opening weekend. And when Darth Maul appeared at the end of the movie, people were like, what the hell is going on here? Because casual Star Wars movie fans probably don't watch the cartoon, probably don't read the comic books, probably don't read the books. You know, they have no idea that Darth Maul actually came back in the cartoon. They don't care. They're just like, what the hell is going on here? So they said, if true, if this flash fight thing is true, they could open up a huge way for all sorts of legacy characters to appear, even if those people are dead. You know what they're probably going to do? You put these two idiotic rumors together, and they're probably going to have Rey force flash back to Luke and Leia dueling using CGI to de-age them, and she's going to interfere in some way, or she's going to tell Luke about his destiny in some way. She's going to lecture Luke. You know she's going to, because she's Rey. And it's just going to be the perfect shitstorm. I mean, listen to this. Listen to this. This plot device would explain how Palpatine is able to return. Just like Ezra pulled Ahsoka out of a deadly fight, one of Palpatine's goons pulled him through a time travel portal into the present. Can you imagine if when the Emperor falls down the shaft in the Death Star and he explodes into blue smoke, that blue smoke was actually a time travel portal? I mean, what the hell? What the actual hell? If this is even has a kernel of truth to it, this movie is going to be garbage. I mean, the backlash over this movie compared to The Last Jedi will be nothing. I mean, this is how they're wrapping up the Skywalker saga, and we already kind of know how it's going to end from other leaks, where Rey will basically take Luke's old house, the Lars homestead, which, you know, we thought was burnt. She's gonna take that. She's gonna be a squatter. She's gonna move into Luke's house, and she's gonna take Luke's surname. She's gonna be Rey Skywalker. You know, I mean, people are gonna freak out, and not in the way that Disney wants them to, because at this point they basically replaced all the classic trilogy characters with Rey. She's got the Falcon. She can fly it better than Han. She's got Chewie, so she's got Han's dog. She's gonna take Luke Skywalker's dead, so she's got Luke's lightsaber. She's gonna be a better Jedi than Luke, and then she's gonna wind up with his old house and his surname, and probably his Jedi Master cred, because she's gonna be able to like heal people and shoot Force lightning, even though she's on the side of good. Now she can time travel too. What the hell? Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.